Memastikan integriti dalam rangkaian halal bukanlah suatu perkara yang mudah. Namun begitu, cabaran yang ada malahan memberi banyak manfaat kepada semua. Kesucian setiap bahan mentah menjadi pilihan seluruh masyarakat. Di manapun anda berada, Halal Integrated Platform sentiasa bersama anda.
Barang dah nak habis ni. Ain,
Ya, Bu.
boleh tolong ibu order bahan-bahan dahulu tak?
Tapi Ain dah nak pergi interview dah ni. Tak apa. Ain bukakan portal HIP untuk ibu. Nanti ibu boleh pilih je dalam ni. Nanti ibu jangan lupa tengok laptop ya.
Yelah. Ibu selalu doakan kamu berjaya.
Terima kasih, Bu. Ain pergi dulu.
Segala akses untuk hab halal hanya di hujung jari anda. Memastikan kelestarian rangkaian hab halal untuk generasi akan datang.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Barang Cik.
Cepat dia sampai.
Segalanya pantas tanpa batasan. Sebesar impian, segalanya bermula dengan langkah yang pertama. Terukai integrasi tanpa sempadan dan berpeluang temui rakan niaga baru. Budayakan inovasi dan jadikan idea perniagaan anda satu realiti. Lakar kejayaan, catat peningkatan perniagaan melalui HIP. Daftar dan sertai segera untuk berinteraksi dan mendapat akses kepada ribuan pangkalan data. Hanya yang terbaik dari Halal Integrated Platform.
Hello, welcome and salam sejahtera to everyone who is tuning in. Once again, thank you for joining us in today's talk by Halal Integrated Platform, or HIP. HIP is a halal industry platform by HDC with the aim to bring together halal industry players from SMEs, corporations, service providers, professionals, and consumers in one digital integrated platform to promote growth in the halal industry. So more information can be found on hip.hdcglobal.com. Membership is currently free, and as a member, you will have access to services like financial aids, job and talent matching, business matching, all of which are provided by HIP strategic partners, including those offered by our guest today, EasyStore. So this afternoon is the sixth talk in that's happening in the series, and with us today is Nadia Amir, the community partnership manager from EasyStore. So welcome, Nadia.
Hi Quincy. Hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
How are you, Nadia? How are you today on this Saturday?
I'm good. I'm excited to be sharing about EasyStore's offer to HIP members and hopefully share a little bit more of how HIP and EasyStore can work together to provide the best solutions for businesses.
So EasyStore helps merchants to manage multiple sales channels. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
So it positions itself as a service that allows businesses to manage any numbers of online sales channels and all the complexities that come with managing multiple sales channels. So for those who are unfamiliar with the mechanics, what kind of complexities are online sellers having to face to manage to face in managing multiple online channels?
Well, okay, so this is a really interesting and it's actually a really good question. So I myself also have put myself in in the feet of an online seller who is selling on multiple sales channels. So what we had was we were selling on Shopee, on Lazada. We of course were selling on our own website. We had our own, we were selling on Facebook, on Instagram, and we were taking orders in on WhatsApp as well. So what happened was on a daily basis, my laptop screen would be filled with at least a minimum of 10 different tabs. You had the Shopee tab on, the Lazada tab on, then you had, Facebook, all of this, and then on the side it was my phone with the WhatsApp, right, going on. And that's only just social. I'm talking about the accounting sheets, the stock sheets as well. So what was happening on a daily basis was that we were constantly checking each and every single tab individually to see the orders that's coming in, and then at the same time we were replying to customers' DMs. So that's the first problem that we're facing, right? It's not centralized. So every time an order comes in, you wouldn't really know unless you go inside or you get a specific notification for it, right?
Individually, right?
Individually, right? So you would have to click in Shopee after 5 minutes and then check again Lazada and then check again what website, and then you would have to manually take out the shipping, and then it's everywhere, right? So that's one issue. There's no centralized order management. And when you do that, when you're spending so much time on checking on the orders, this and that, or you're spending too much time replying customers, you might miss out on fulfilling an order, or because you're so busy looking at fulfilling the orders, you may miss out on replying a customer and you miss out on that order pula, right?
So it's definitely not efficient, right?
It's not
efficiency
efficient.
is not there.
It's not, and it can actually drive you crazy, right?
I can imagine.
That's one of it. The other one is because again, it's not centralized; it's all individual platforms. One thing that we really faced was, and I'm sure many of the sellers who are selling different channels face this as well. When you have, say, for example, 100 t-shirts, right, and you've specifically put aside, okay, 20 on Shopee, 20 on Lazada, 30 on website, and the rest will remain for Facebook, Instagram orders, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you would, because it's all separate, you would only be able to tally the orders and the inventory and the stock that's left at the end of the day. And most of the time, it doesn't tally. It takes so much time because, yes, if you're selling a single product, that's fine, okay? But if your t-shirt is, comes in 6 different sizes, comes in 10 different colors, that's going to be a headache for you. And so you're wasting so much time just trying to tally the stock and the inventory. And so that's another problem that we face. And of course, the last one would be in terms of customer data. You can't save the customer data on different marketplaces. You can only save it on, say, a website, or even if on Facebook, if you've installed Facebook Pixel. But if it's on Instagram, someone DM you, you don't have the customer's number. You probably only have their username. Or if someone's on WhatsApp, you only have their number. You don't have their email to keep sending, EDMs or whatever it is to hook them back in. So having that customer management or customer data is also a big issue as well, if you don't have the right platform to
So
manage.
EasyStore helps consolidate all this customer data in the platform.
Yes, it does.
Oh, so
I'll share a
it
little bit
pulls.
more on how
Okay.
EasyStore,
Oh,
can help and other solutions on this specific question itself.
okay. That's
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah,
Very very interesting. Because you're talking about multiple sales channels and consolidating all data into one platform for easy viewing,
exactly,
single source of truth, we would say.
exactly. Yes, correct.
So I mean, we're talking about online selling and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe that correct me if I'm wrong. Currently, EasyStore has about 5,000 merchants in Malaysia, and it's continuously growing.
We actually have about 7,000 plus
Oh, 7,000
merchants
plus.
in
Okay.
Malaysia, yeah. But across the region, across worldwide, we have about 40,000 merchants altogether. But most of them is in Malaysia as well as in Taiwan.
I read somewhere in 2020 there were about 20 million transactions performed through Easy Stores, and with a value of about 435 million. I
I
read
would
it
have
somewhere
to
online.
double check on that data
Yeah.
with my
But
finance
yeah,
team.
but I mean, but besides the point, I mean, what I was trying to say is that I think because of the pandemic, a lot of
Mm,
people are going online to do transactions and all that. So From your point of view, are there more and more brick and mortar businesses looking at online platforms to sell the products and reach their customers now, especially
Mm.
when the pandemic started?
Well, it's not just my point of view. Actually, I think
Mm.
it's a real fact that most businesses were heavily affected by the pandemic, especially if you were just harapkan a physical store or just your brick and mortar, right? Because everyone was in lockdown. And if you harapkan like just the footprint coming to your store, there's nobody who can come into your store. Even the gas station were closed. You
Mm.
know, like you couldn't even go in to buy a packet of chewing gum at that
Yeah,
point. So how would you be able to sell your shoes, your bags, ke apa ke, or even the food that you're selling? So there was the only way for brick and mortar businesses to survive during the pandemic was to actually go online.
yeah, yeah.
That was the only choice. That was the only way they could get their products in the customers' hands. Is either that or you had to pivot your business. And even if you were pivoting your business, say you were like a tour guide or something, right? If you had to survive, you had to pivot your business, and you had to go online.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
so we
as a
definitely saw
consumer,
that.
we also needed to pivot to go online. I mean, personally,
Exactly.
I there was one point every day I bought something online,
Wow,
regardless of
every
whether I
day.
needed it or not. So it's like, okay,
Or was it the impulse buying?
it's impulse buying because anyway, when you're sitting
You're
at home
bored.
as a user, you're bored. Then you go browse
Yeah,
online, Lazada, shopping, whatever. Then you see,
yeah.
okay, maybe I need this, maybe I don't, but I'll regret it later.
Yeah, but you also find that it's more convenient, right? Once you
Yeah, it's
learn
more
and you get the
convenient.
hang
Yeah,
of it, it's actually so much more convenient rather than going out to actually buy your stuff.
yeah,
Of course, you
definitely.
miss that physical interaction, but I think online is if the business is not online yet, even after the 2 year lockdown, 2 year pandemic, it's really time that you should consider um, going online. I mean, if you don't mind me sharing about one of our merchant stories, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we have a merchant who there are RC Deaf mission. So they had a cafe. But of course, during the lockdown, they couldn't open their cafe, and the cafe was actually run by employees who were hearing disabled, so they were deaf, right? So if they couldn't go to work, of course, their income and their livelihood was severely affected. So what happened was EasyStore came in with a partner of ours, I think World of Buzz, came in to actually help get this cafe digitalized. So they managed to start selling their food, their beverage, their merchandise on EasyStore's platform, using EasyStore as their website platform, and their sales grew by 400% from before the pandemic to after going online during the pandemic. So this
Mm.
proves that even if you are solely brick and mortar previously, that if you do digitalize and you digitalize well, you can not only just survive, but you can actually thrive during these difficult times.
Yeah, definitely, I agree, and I think the pandemic has pushed a lot of these traditional businesses to
Mm,
embrace digitalization, to go online.
yeah,
Where previously they were not thinking about it, but then right after the pandemic, when the pandemic struck, they decided, hey, I think we should be doing this. So they were forced to go online, to go digital, and all that. So
yeah.
let's go back to the topic of today, which is to grow your business using multiple
Mm.
sales channel strategy with Easy Store. I know you have a few slides that you want to go through. Um,
Yes, I have
yeah,
quite the number of
okay.
slides to
Okay,
share
or you
with
can go ahead.
our audience
You can
today.
just go ahead and
Okay,
flash your slides. While you do that,
sure.
if any one of our viewers have any questions, please input your questions in the Q&A box. Or if you're on Facebook, please type it in the comments, and I'll try my best to pick up the Q&As to be answered later on after the presentation. So go ahead, Nadia.
All right, thanks so much, Quincy. All right, so hello everyone. Of course, my name is Nadia, Partnerships Manager at EasyStore, and today I will be sharing with you on how to grow your business using a multiple sales channel strategy. So the first thing to note is, oh my God, hold on. I think my laptop is a bit stuck. Bear with me for a little while we move slide to slide number 2. Fantastic. Okay, so we're back here. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand what is multiple sales channel, right? And what is the definition of a multiple sales channel? It's fairly new. So the multiple sales channel is actually the practice of selling merchandise on more than one sales channel. So this is a really good definition. And the second definition, maybe you could understand this one a little bit better, is a strategy that offers your customers different sales channels to actually purchase from you. And I want you to really look into this last sentence here. Customers like to do their research through one channel and then buy through another, right? So give a little bit moment of thinking to think about this last one. Research through one channel, but then buy through another. So that actually falls into the multiple sales channel strategy. And it falls into how we actually buy today. So today's online purchase behavior looks something like this graph. It is no longer really that straightforward upside down triangle funnel that you see, right? It's more of a circular, it's more of a loop nowadays with the growth of the social media and the variety of and access of information that we have today. So the first part you can see here is the C, the awareness stage. Maybe they see an ad or something like that. And then they go into the consideration stage. But at this consideration stage, they're not just looking at purely your website. They go into this loop of research and discovery where they go into, maybe go on Instagram and then they see the peer reviews. Maybe they see who's been tagging your specific product. Maybe they're looking on Google, for example, and seeing reviews there before they actually make the purchase, right? So they're looking at content and information of your product from different resources before they make the purchase. So once they make the purchase, again, it doesn't end there. Oops, my bad. It doesn't end there. You then go into the post-purchase experience. So with the increase of online selling nowadays, you have to sort of differentiate yourself from other online sellers through maybe your packaging, right? Or maybe if you're not investing in beautiful packaging, you're investing in lower shipping, so on and so forth, right? But how do you then keep your customers to repeat purchase from you after they've received the product in your hand, right? So we'll talk about that a little bit more after this. So this is a real life example of the loop or the graph that I showed you earlier. So let's go through it one by one. I know it's a bit intimidating, but follow me through, you'll be fine. Okay, so the first one is the awareness stage, right? So this is me, Nadia. I see an ad on Facebook. I'm browsing on Facebook. I'm about to sleep. I see an ad about natural deodorant. I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. So I check my smell and I'm like, I'm fine. I don't really need it probably. And I move on, right? So then I get retargeted for the same ad or similar ad on Instagram. Okay, so it might be the same ad, it might not be the same ad, but this time, this ad of the same product, of the same brand, it has testimonials. Okay, so then I'm like, it's the same product. I think I've seen this before. Let me click on the ad to find out more. Okay, so then I go into maybe a blog or a website, things like that. But then I now fall into the research and discovery loop where I see the ads over and over again. Because I've clicked the first two ads, I'm getting retargeted ads from the same company of the same product. And it piques my interest more and more, right? I think nowadays people need to see the same ad about 20 times, if I'm not mistaken, to actually then decide, oh, yes, I want, before they actually start like considering, yeah, I want to make that purchase, right? So then I go and I read an online review about the product on Google. So Quincy, I'm going to stop here. How many channels have I started seeing the ad? Do you know?
Only one channel, right? Oh no,
No,
two,
three.
three.
Three. Facebook, Instagram, and Google.
Yes, yeah, Google. I miss
Yes,
Google.
you miss Google.
I feel like you're talking about
Yeah.
me.
Right. This is relevant to everyone, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then after I review the product itself on Google, what do Malaysians do? Malaysians go to Shopee and Lazada. Why? Because for sure there might be a dupe or there's a similar product at a cheaper price, or there's deals. Malaysians are always looking for the best deals, right? So then I actually go and make the purchase. But this is the interesting part, Quincy. Where do I make the purchase? Where do you think I made the purchase from all this?
It's if it's me, I would go for the cheapest,
For the cheapest, right?
one of the
So
cheapest.
yeah. So actually, I could have made the purchase anywhere. I could have made the purchase on Shopee, on Lazada, if there was a specific Shopee and Lazada promo for that product. I could have made the purchase on the product's website. So sometimes what they do is the website has a better price compared to Shopee and Lazada because of the transaction fees, right? But the point is, I could have made the purchase anywhere. So that's what we mean by the multiple sales channel strategy, allowing your customers to research your brand on different channels and then actually make the purchase on whichever channel is closest and most convenient to them, right?
Yeah.
That's the main point. So after that, once you've made the purchase, you go into post-purchase. I've gotten the item, the packaging itself has a CTA, says that follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, things like that. So then I follow the brand social media and then I subscribe to their newsletter. So now I'm back into the loyalty loop. The company has brought me inside their loyalty loop where I now start seeing their blogs and their content on Instagram and Facebook. Maybe they reposted or commented on my Instagram and Facebook pic of their product. Since I'm now a newsletter and they've received my customer data and they've kept my customer data, they send me an EDM saying, hey, this is your second purchase from us. Here's a loyalty discount. Here's a reward for purchasing more than 100 ringgit from us, for example. And what do I do then as a customer? I actually make the repeated purchase because I'm happy with the product and I'm constantly being fed benefits of that product, and now I'm part of that community of that specific brand. Yeah? Okay. So now I'm going to share a little bit with you what is the sources of new brand discovery for Malaysians. So the first one, about 40%, okay, average 40% of Malaysians search new brands on retail websites. They find out about brands on social media ads. This is a given. And of course, on search engines like Google Ads, Google Display Network, so on and so forth, okay? And then once they've done their discovery of the brand, so they found out there's a new product out there, they do research on that brand. And where do Malaysians mostly do the brand research? 60% of Malaysians do their research on social networks. They want to see where their peers are talking about of this specific product. Does this whitening toothpaste really whiten teeth? Does this shampoo really make my hair grow faster? Things like that. And they see not just on YouTube, but they're looking at blog reviews. They're looking at, again, Facebook posts about it, Instagram reviews, Instagram reels about it, things like that, right? And of course, on search engines like Google. So now, if 60% of Malaysians do their research on social networks, what is the top social media platforms used by Malaysians? Here, YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, TikTok, Line, so on and so forth. These are the most used social media platforms. You can take a look at this or Google this on Hootsuite and take your time looking at it. But one great part about EasyStore is that we are actually integrated with most of the social media platforms here that you see on this graph, which is fantastic.
That's interesting. YouTube is top. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Of course, this is January 2021. Of course, it's not just reviewing, shopping content, right? There's a lot. There's how-tos, how-to tutorials. Even, watching Marvel trailers are considered the usage of YouTube in this particular graph, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But again, right? So 93.7% of Malaysians, that's a lot of Malaysians that are
Yeah, that's a
using
lot.
YouTube. That's a lot, right? Okay, so these are some of the questions that we normally get from merchants is, should we sell on all the channels? And the answer is yes, as much as possible, because each channel serves a different type of audience. So So for example, if you are selling, let me rephrase that. So for example, it's like Google and your marketplaces, Shopee, Lazada. These are audiences that are ready buyers. They already have the intent to buy. So they are probably already typed the product that they want in Shopee, Lazada, or on Google. For example, tudung murah ataupun, sneakers or whatever it is, right? Whereas on Facebook, on Instagram, these are audiences that they don't necessarily know they want the product yet. So they're more on the awareness stage. So the targeting and the messaging for this sort of ads, for this sort of content is a little bit different. Okay. And then can you automate the sales from these channels? And some people complain, I cannot manage all these channels, there's too much work, blah, 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 things like that. No, but actually, yes, you can automate the sales from all these channels. And yes, you can manage all these different channels using the right tools and systems. Okay. So now I'm going to share a little bit on how EasyStore's platform can actually help you solve this chaos of having a multiple sales channel strategy, right? And how we can make this easier for you. So the first thing is that with EasyStore, yes, you can sell on popular sales channels. I'll go into detail of each sales channel later on, but we actually have more than 10 sales channels, which is localized to Malaysia, that you can actually choose and sell from. So we have like Ubeli, we have Long.my, we have the local marketplaces and things like that. Okay, the second one is you can sync all your products. This is the magic part. You can sync all your products, all your orders, your customers, and inventory in one single dashboard. So this is how it kind of looks like. It's a quick screenshot. Whether you are selling, so for example, you upload all the products into your EasyStore, and then you enable the sync to all these different channels, like on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, things like that. And every time a customer makes a purchase from all these different channels, that order will be pushed back into EasyStore's dashboard. And from there, you can see a centralized admin panel, or a centralized panel of where all that order is coming from, or where the customer has made that order along. And the best part of this is that since it's real time, even your inventory will be updated in real time, no matter where that order was made. So that's really great, really fantastic. Okay, and the third one is, of course, running your own marketing promotion. So in EasyStore, we actually have two types, which I like to call it. That is marketing tools for you. The first one is our really available that comes with the platform. So you have, your discounts, your free gifts, you can do purchase, repurchase, or whatever it is that you like. But we also have app integrations for other marketing tools. So for example, like MailChimp and MailerLite, because we collect your customer data, you can actually create EDM campaigns, research campaigns with these other integrations to push, whatever EDMs, community emails that you want to these customers who've made the purchases from you. Besides that, we also have any sort of those pop-up banners that you want to do promotions on your website, things like that. So we have quite a number, and you can always just explore it on our EasyStore app page.
So all this, the merchants will perform this through these third-party service providers, which is integrated inside EasyStores, right? In EasyStore, right?
Correct. So,
MailChimp and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So all your favorite, EDM tools, whatever it is, hopefully we do have that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So of course, with Halal Development Corporation, we want to increase our local halal businesses to be able to sell worldwide, right? So this is really great here at EasyStore to help our business to go sell worldwide, right? You need two things, which is your payments and your logistics. And in EasyStore, we actually can accept local and worldwide payments. We have over 40 plus payment gateway options. EasyStore can support multi-currencies on the website, on your own branded website. And we have e-wallets, BNPL, credit card options, any it's a lot of payment gateway options for you to be able to accept both local FPX, credit card, debit card, BNPL, anything that you want with our EasyStore platform. Okay, and then the second part of it would of course be logistics, right? In order to ship internationally, you would need to be connected to the right logistic platform. And in EasyStore, we also have quite a number of logistic partners to help you integrate to do that. So we are, to name a few is probably Easy Parcel, GDEX, DHL, Janio. So we have options for last mile, first mile, and of course international shipping as well. And with most of our partners as well, we do work together to provide the best rates that we possibly can to our merchants. So that's a big plus point for EasyStore.
So, I mean, just to clarify, one point is that because normally Lazada and Shopee will have their own fulfillment partners and all that. So, EasyStore also provides the logistics fulfillment
You
partners as well.
can, for Shopee and Lazada, you actually can fulfill via Shopee on EasyStore's platform.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's directly integrated with
So it's
EasyStore.
directly integrated. Correct. Well, I'll share about the sales channels later on after this.
Okay,
So that
sure.
will cover your questions there. Okay. And then the last one is, of course, our accessing your business report. So this is a quick screenshot overview of some of the business reports that we provide here at EasyStore's panel. Of course, the basics, how many sales you have, how many orders versus your period of time. We can also see how many visitors and page views that your website has. And you can also see how many of your orders actually come from repeated purchases from your customers, and you can see how many orders are coming from which channel. So those are really great insights for you to actually make better decisions. For example, if you're seeing maybe your Instagram is getting more sales, then you would do a little bit more marketing to capture the Instagram sales even more, for example. So these are really great data for you. All right, Quincy, yes, so now we are finally going into the types of sales channels here that we have in EasyStore. So the first one is your online store, which is your own branded website. So with your own branded website, EasyStore has a customizable website online builder for you here. This is just like the first four of the themes that we have. We actually have so much more different types of themes that you can customize to suit your own branding. So you can change your font, the colors, the sections, however, the pictures, however way you want to, according to your brand's need. And you can integrate with different apps to actually make your website look better, whether if you want a pop-up banner, things like that, right? So this is fantastic. And again, with having your own website, you can install Facebook Pixel, and that will collect the data of your customers who visit your website. And then once they go into Facebook, they will be able to be retargeted with the ads that Facebook Pixel has captured. So that's how it all sort of flows together. In talking about Facebook, instead of just using Facebook as a promotional tool, right? You can also actually capture sales directly with via your Facebook Live and the Facebook Shop. So Facebook Shop, it will come out as a product catalog. Again, once you upload into EasyStore and enable the Facebook Shop channel, your product catalog will be pushed, and then you will be able to see all your products and the pricing, the product description, so on and so forth. And then when you click on it, it will be pushed on to the website. But on Facebook Live, these are very popular sales channels nowadays since the pandemic. A lot of sellers are doing Facebook Live to demo their clothes because they can't, necessarily speak to the customer and so on and so forth. So this is a really great way. But one of the things that they were facing was after the Facebook Live or during the Facebook Live, they'll be like, okay, if you want to get this jacket, please comment code 001. Okay, and then they would have to, the customer would say, okay, code 001 lock. And then after the Facebook Live, they would have to go and check the comments one by one and WhatsApp the customer one by one and get their order details, get the transaction details, get the transaction proof, so on and so forth, right? So that actually takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work. But with EasyStore's Facebook Live, all you need to do as a seller, say, okay, if you want this jacket, comment +1. So what happens is when they comment +1 is that the customer will receive an automated message of the link to purchase the product that was shown during that timestamp, which helps the seller, eliminates the whole process of going back one by one to the customer.
So this
So
is
that's really good.
direct integration. I mean,
Correct.
there's no complicated setup. You just have to link your Facebook to EasyStore.
There's a few settings that you have to do, but don't worry about that. I mean, we have a lot of tutorials. We have like video tutorials. We have articles, help guides to actually show you one by one exactly the steps that you need to do to get this integrated.
Okay.
Yes. But it's not too complicated. No, it's not too complicated.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
of course you'll have your help channel if there's any problems.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, we also have all our help channels. All merchant gurus are ready to help you. All right, so the next one besides Facebook is Instagram. So with our Instagram, you actually have an Instagram bio shop. Again, if you can see here, this is how our Instagram bio shop looks like. When you click on the link, again, it shows the product catalog, and you can see whether you can choose the color, the variation, how much is the quantity, click add to cart, and then check out straight away from the Instagram bio shop. So that's really easy for you as a seller and also for your customers. When they are browsing on your Instagram, they see the product that they like and they want to make the purchase straight away. They don't have to be pushed onto your website. They can actually make the purchase straight away from your Instagram bio shop. And of course, again, by uploading your products to the EasyStore platform, you can sync immediately the product description to the Instagram shop as well. So you don't have to, re-upload so many times on different channels. So that helps. And of course, our WhatsApp and Line, which works similarly to the Instagram bio shop. It is a link that you generate. Your customers can see your product catalog, choose the variation of the items that they want, the quantity, make the purchase, and via whatever online banking or whatever payment option that you have, and then it's done. And all these orders will be again pushed back to your dashboard. So this is the Shopee and Lazada sales channel that we were talking about, right, Quincy? This is the marketplace one. So with our marketplace integrations, you can actually do bulk order management for all the Shopee Lazada orders. And then you can, if you are selling on Shopee currently and you want to expand into different sales channels, you can actually import the product from Shopee to EasyStore, and also the other way around. So if you are selling on, say, you have your own website or whatever it is, and you currently have an EasyStore platform, and you want to sync your products to Shopee, you can actually do that with the EasyStore platform as well. And this is a mobile POS. So mobile POS is a point of sale, which is for the offline channel. So nowadays, the economy is reopening. The malls are starting to reopen. One of the things that the government is doing is to recover the economy is to allow people to set up booths here and there, right? For example, our Sligo International Summit. So with the mobile POS, again, you can collect offline channel sales, and this will be again pushed back to the centralized dashboard that we have. And in your mobile POS, you are able to put in, discounts. There's a barcode scanner, and it also accepts card terminals, payment, cash payment, so on and so forth. So if you are the type of seller that doesn't necessarily have a full retail store, but do pop-up booths over the weekend, so on and so forth, this is the perfect sort of sales channel for you. So you don't have to have a separate account for your offline sales and then tally it with your online sales later on. It comes centralized in one platform management, basically. So yeah, this is the key takeaways for today's talk or sharing session. So the first thing that you need to know in terms of multiple sales channel strategy is to understand today's online purchase journey, which I shared with you earlier, the different stages of your customer journey, and really adapting sort of the ads or the messaging to the different stages. So see, think, do, and care, right? And how can you keep the customer within the loop that you created? Yeah. And then the second one is to utilize the different sales channels, because with each channel, the audiences are different. Google, Shopee, Lazada is a little bit different from Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp buyers. But if you are only focusing on either or, you will miss out on the other types of audience, your customer pool, right? And again, the final takeaway is to use the right platform to manage your business, and having that centralized management, so you can all that operational processes is eliminated or reduced, so that you can focus on the marketing aspect, or the product resourcing, R&D for your business. Yeah. So as Quincy mentioned, yes, our merchants are all over the world. We are majority again in Malaysia and Taiwan, but of course we do have some merchants in America and Europe, Africa. But most of us are here, especially in the Southeast Asia region. And these are some of our merchants that are using EasyStore. Yes, you can see we have Meta Plants, to Recipe. We have some local celebrities using us as well, like Alif Sata for his iktikaf and Shuib for his bubble bee. But yes, it may look like, wow, ramainya orang yang besar dia punya business, tapi tak ada juga. We also have most of our merchants are actually small to medium enterprise sellers. Okay. These are some of our plans and pricings. I'm not going to go into detail here. You can always check it out on easystore.co. But I do want to highlight that if you are still intimidated with selling online, you can just try EasyStore for free on our website, and you can just cancel anytime. Again, it's free. It's no issue for you. Quincy, I wanted to share our HIP member exclusive. So for HIP members, we are offering a 50% off on the yearly light plan, which gives you about 2 different sales channels. So it's about 708 per year, but just for HIP members, you can actually get it at only 354. So that's really, really affordable for you. And if you are interested in that, you can just scan the QR code, or you can go to go.easystore.co/HIP EasyStore. It will bring you to a form to register your interest for this plan. So that's pretty much it.
So that offer is for about 1,000 products, right? Maximum of 1,000 products.
Maximum of, I'll have to double check. There's so many plans.
1,000
like that.
1,000
products. Yes.
1,000 products.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an SME, I mean, if you don't have a lot of products, I think that is the package that is suitable for any SMEs who would want to try out EasyStore.
Yes.
But I think just to reiterate some key points, I think what EasyStore does is, most importantly, is the consolidation of customer and sales data, which in
Yes.
turn helps you to manage the operations of your online business and all that.
Yes, exactly.
I'd like to open the session to Q&A if anybody has any questions. But while we wait for that, because I'm just opening your website here. So
Sure.
in your website here, you have there's a drop down on solutions. So you have like startups, social commerce, marketplace, and brick and mortar. But for the benefit of our viewers, what would each individually would mean this?
All right. So again, EasyStore has so many different types of sales channels, right? And so many different features that sometimes you can get lost in translation. So that solutions part actually is more of capturing the messaging for the right audience. So for example, if you're visiting EasyStore and you are just starting up, you haven't even launched your business yet, you want to see what solution is right for you, then perhaps you would go under startup, which is offering more on the website and probably on WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever it is. So for example, if you are a brick and mortar, then you would probably be more suitable for a POS system and website. So you have both digital and offline features to suit your business needs. But if you are a social seller, so social commerce or a marketplace seller, then you would be more interested in consolidating the Shopee and the Lazada into one single platform. So it
Okay.
really depends on what sort of business or what sort of strategy that you want. It's very rarely that a business actually uses all 10 different social sales channels, right? They're
Yeah.
quite focused on maybe having majority five. Most of the time, it's majority five, which is your Shopee, Lazada, your website, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
Facebook
Facebook Live, yes.
Live. Okay.
Facebook Live, yes. But
So if I
most of
own
the
a
time,
like
Live.
pop-up booth, like you said, if I own a pop-up booth, which one would I go to? I mean, would it be startup?
Yes, if you're a pop-up booth, then yes, startup.
Okay,
That would
so
be. But it would depend. If you're a pop-up booth, but you have quite a following on Instagram, on Facebook, then you would fall under social commerce.
okay, okay.
Yeah, because you would,
But
because you want your customers to actually, you want to capture your customers' impulse purchase immediately. So if you're
okay.
looking, if you have really great content on Instagram, you're very engaging, and then everyone's always clicking on how much is this, Cinnabon, how much is this, hair product, and they're like, oh, it's only 30 ringgit now, it's on sale, pop, pop, pop. Few clicks of the button, it's already sent to you, right? Rather than having to go to website, load, see the other products. You want to capture that.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
point.
definitely.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, if I don't know, I can just sign up for one, and then later on, if I find out, oh, maybe let's say I sign up as a startup, but then later on, after using it, maybe I'm more social commerce. So can I
Yes.
just switch?
Yes, you can. You can always just, increase the plan. So, for
Okay.
example, if you're starting off with two, maybe you start off with just Facebook Live and WhatsApp, for example, because you're comfortable with that, right? Start with Facebook Live and WhatsApp. And then now you want to go into Shopee and Lazada. So instead of light plan, you would subscribe to the standard plan, which gives you 5 plans. So you open Shopee, Lazada using the same platform.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I
things
mean,
like that.
I'm still waiting for any Q&As if anybody has any questions. But let me just ask, since this is a collaboration with HDC and HIP, so I mean, what is I would say, market potential for halal products online through EasyStore? I mean, through even Shopee and Lazada. I mean, from your point of view.
I think there's definitely a huge potential for halal products. I think initially as well, I was, in my head, I was like, oh, it's halal products. Does it just mean halal meat?
Mm,
Right? And
yeah,
HDC works really hard to debunk that sort of stigma that, hey, halal just doesn't mean halal meat, right? It
yeah.
can also mean, soaps, it can be
Cosmetics, pharmaceuticals.
cosmetics. Exactly. So that is exactly who is selling on Easy Store right now.
Okay.
So it's a great synergy, and the potential would definitely be there. It's just that we think that halal means different.
So I
Right?
mean, yeah, the currently the majority, I would say the majority of would you say the majority of the products that's being pushed through Store and Lazada, all these platforms are, I would say things like pharmaceuticals,
Well,
fashion,
For Easy Store, most of our industries is under fashion.
or fashion,
Fashion,
and we do have halal fashion
cosmetics.
anyway. Mm,
We do have Muslimah fashion, yes.
mm,
Cosmetics, beauty, health and beauty, arts and crafts. So all your trinkets, your local handmade jewelry, trinkets, things like that, your local merchandise, those art stuff, and F&B. But F&B isn't necessarily fresh food or perishable foods. It's those packaged canned goods. So like your biscuits, your keys, your crepe, your kapot, things like that.
Okay, okay. So so far there's no questions from anyone, but I guess so we've run for about 50 minutes, so maybe we can just end the session. But before
Sure.
we end the session, any last words, or you want to summarize Easy Store for the audience,
Yeah.
Nadia?
So EasyStore again is a multiple sales channel platform that actually helps you to manage and sell easily to different sales channels from one single platform, and it eliminates and improves. So it eliminates um, repetitive processes and actually creates an easy and smooth operational efficiency for your business.
Okay, so there you have it. Again, it's about consolidating all your customer and sales data in a single platform for you to be able to manage your operations efficiently. So if there's nothing from the audience, I think we can thank Nadia for joining us today, this
Thank
afternoon.
you. Thank you,
So
Quincy.
thank you, Nadia. It was a pleasure to have you this afternoon. So visit hip.hdcglobal.com and register as a member today. And if you want to get the promotion that Nadia shared just now, register as a member so that you can have access to the reduced fee for the light plan. If I'm not mistaken, was it Nadia, the light
Yeah,
plan?
it was a
Yeah.
lifetime. Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow we have two more virtual sessions coming up. We will be featuring Micro Leap and also Global Health Tech. It will be the last two sessions of the series. So please register for those two sessions, and also remember to follow Halal Integrated Platform on social media. Halal Integrated Platform is on Twitter at HIPXGlobal, Instagram hip.global, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. You can just search for Halal Integrated Platform. So please follow HIP on those social media platforms. So once again, I'd like to thank our guest speaker, Nadia, for joining us today. It was very insightful, and thank you for everyone for joining us today. So until tomorrow, stay safe and see you again.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.